Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is Tracy Malone. I am the founder of NarcissistAbuseSupport.com and a narcissistic abuse coach. I coach people going through divorce with their families, whoever the narcissist is in their life. But today I want to talk about a high population of my clientele and the journey that they are going through. We've heard the divorce, we've heard the narcissistic parents. All of these things are extremely painful. I am not denying that, but I really want to tap into the parents with estranged adult children because of a narcissistic daughter-in-law or son-in-law. I've got a video out there. We'll put the link down below. I have a video out there that really hits into a lot of a lot of parents, and the conversation, the comments are heart-wrenching. But when I talk to clients, and I've had 3 so far this week, and I think I have 2 more today, with parents that are going through this, it's heart-wrenching. And so as I sit here this morning trying to write an email to send out to my mailing list, I chose this topic and kind of wrote out this little poem, if you will. I'm not really a poem writer, I'm an author, but it came to me, and the pain that they go through, I want to share that with you, because if you are one of these parents, these words might resonate. And I want to give you hope that you will come out of this in the end. I promise you. It's hard, it's confusing, but let's get to my little poem. And if you haven't signed up for my newsletter on my website, please visit that and sign up, because we put out lots of helpful material, and this is one that's going out next week. So this is entitled The Silent Pain of Estrangement, A Parent's Journey. The hardest part is not knowing why, not understanding why, not having answers, and not being able to have a chance to talk, and worrying if they're struggling. Are they struggling? Do they care? How could they not? How could they not remember how much you love them? Every one of these parents' journey is like that. And then you worry if it's forever. You catastrophize and you build stories. The fear, pain builds a story. You miss the sound of their voice, the sight of their face, and knowing you were or are loved. The false allegations are bewildering. How could they say such things? They know you better than anyone. So why? The pain of not knowing if you'll ever see them again, and not knowing if you will ever see your grandchildren again, and worrying that your grandchildren will wonder where you are, and worrying that you caused your child pain. And then there's not knowing if you can go on without them, and wondering if they have regrets, and even if they think about you. Worrying about if something happens to you, would they care? Would they think it's manipulation to tell them that you're sick? Would they come? Would they live to regret over the loss of a loving parent if something were to happen to you? And then you wonder why. Seeing that everything you tried to teach them about a loving family now exists without you. And the vacillation between the deepest pain you've ever felt to the deepest anger and rage as the how could they repeats in your head. And this rumination takes over every moment, and you replay their life. And then there's shame and the pain that pierces your heart like nothing you've ever felt. And you reflect on your choices, your lessons, and your teaching. What did I do wrong? The internal shame as you question your own role and accountability comes in. But the judgment from friends and family who believe children don't just walk away from a healthy parent. I heard that all the time. The silence from once loving friends who couldn't even fathom the same situation or simply don't understand. So they ghost you, leaving you isolated in your deepest struggle and greatest loss. The self-blame, wondering if your trauma that you tried to protect them from ended up hurting them too. Questioning if your own childhood wounds played a role in this, and asking yourself if life is worth living. Grieving a child who is alive but chooses to walk away. The hopelessness, the silence, the confusion, the darkness. Parents who are going through this are grieving a loss that is incomprehensible to most other people. People don't understand it. They judge you. You're shamed. You're dealing with the loss of a child. If your child died, there'd be a funeral and people would bring casseroles. They would care. They would check on you. But when this happens, you get blamed. And that's the journey of these parents. And it's so unfair. Now, I am not saying that there are not horrible narcissistic parents out there that children need to go away from for their own protection. I myself are no contact from a sibling because she's so abusive that I had to protect myself. I understand that. What we are talking about, and I want to clarify this for you, what we are talking about is parents that are great parents, that love their children, that did everything for them, and then they feel used. They feel like they've been used because it wasn't real. How could your child and all the years you put into them not be real? This is the journey of an estranged parent because of a narcissistic son-in-law or daughter-in-law. Happens on both sides. This is Tracy Malone. I just wanted to put this out there to you and tell all of the parents that there is hope. There is a lot of resources, and there's things that you can do to help yourself get through this time and find the lesson in it. And sometimes the lesson is you got to take care of yourself right now. And if you waste too much time, too many days in this kind of pain, you're losing your life. And you will have to get it back. I know you have to be sad for a while. I know you have to get through this. You have to have validation. You have to have understanding of it. And you have to have tools. But you will. You'll get through it. This is Tracy Malone, sending my deepest, deepest love to all of my parents who are estranged from their adult children. It's not what we planned for. It's not the dream.